Greetings, everybody, and welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Early Friday morning, and we're doing our series Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. This is battle, I believe, battle number 15 on day 15. So, for those of you who are new to this series and haven't seen an episode of this, basically Ben has put together 32 solo artists who played with progressive rock bands and either decided to do a solo album or multiple solo albums, or maybe they went off and formed their own thing and did their own thing. But for the most part, these are solo artists from progressive rock bands. That's pretty much what it is. And so he's put together the initial 16 battles, the two columns, 32 bands, and then I've listened to them and decided which one I like better. And then those bands have going on to the next round, which will start on Sunday, I believe, because tomorrow or Saturday will be the last battle of the first round. So the two artists we're doing today have a commonality in that they both were in UK at one point, and I think they've done a few other projects together. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think they have, but I can't think of them offhand. So anyways, we've got the Eddie Jobson Theme of Secrets. So Eddie Jobson is primarily a keyboardist. Theme of Secrets was an album that came out in 1985. The other album is from Alan Holdsworth. The album is Metal Fatigue, also in 1985. Two very different artists, I think, myself. I like them both for different reasons. Eddie Jobson, and this album, I listened to its entirety. It's an instrumental album, pretty much a new age type album. I'm actually not a fan of new age at all, but the album is quite good. Has a lot of, as you would expect, a lot of keyboard moments in it. He's quite good on this too. I think this is kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is his debut. So he's not having to adjust his music to other members. He just play what he wants, which is pretty much what he did here. Yeah, lots of good keyboard stuff on here, but for me it was a bit of a hard listen because I'm not a new age person, and this was new age all over it, and so it was a bit of a hard listen for me. And plus there's no vocals on it, so that also usually distracts for me. That's usually a distraction. If I don't hear that, it's hard for me to focus on it. Overall, but not a terrible album at all. But again, it has that problem, so that's its main main issue for me. The other album, Alan Holdsworth's Metal Fatigue, which also came out in 1985, is a lot more jazzy. A little bit of jazz fusion here, maybe some progressive rock. It amazes me that every time I look on a list of guitarists, that great guitarist, and I never see his name. I can't understand that. Could somebody please explain that to me? I don't get it. This guy is without a doubt one of the best guitar players out there. There's no doubt about it in my mind. He's fast. He has a style that's very different. The guy is just a consummate, fantastic guitar player. Now, grant you, a lot of this music is jazz, and I'm not a huge jazz fan, nor am I a person much into jazz fusion, although I have been getting a little bit more into it over this year because I've listened to maybe a dozen jazz fusion albums over this time. I guess my introduction to jazz fusion, if you can consider it really an introduction, is from Relayer from Yes, which has a bit of that quality to it. So, and that was always one of my least favorite Yes albums early on. I've grown to like it quite a bit, and I'm hoping that maybe that's going to be the case with some of these other jazz fusion albums. I don't really think this is a jazz fusion album. I think this is more of a jazz album, but it's really good. The guitar on here is phenomenal. There is some vocals on it which is nice. They kept my attention a lot more. Yeah, I just think this guy has such incredible ability, and the more I hear him, the more I think, how did I not have any kind of exposure to this guy prior to this channel? Just seems kind of odd to me that never happened. I knew of him, of course. I heard the name, but it didn't really mean anything until I started listening to his music. Yeah, fantastic album. Well worth the listen if you want to get into this kind of jazz fusion or just jazz period thing. This is not a bad entry point. This guy's guitar ability is extraordinary, I think. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of, well, I guess I should tell you which one I picked. I thought it was pretty obvious. I like the Alan Holdsworth thing quite a bit more. I think it just suits me more, even though it is more jazzy than Jobson's. The new age thing kind of loses me a bit. But anyways, yeah, so Alan Holdsworth's Metal Fatigue wins this round and will go on to the second round, and the Eddie Jobson one will go by the wayside. I guess that's what you want to call it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode 15 from Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. I hope that you enjoyed that, and we have one more for this round, and then we'll be doing the second round. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope to see you again tomorrow for the next episode. Please leave all your comments in the comment section below. Anything to do with whatever you want to talk about. It would be nice if it was related to the video, but if it isn't, that's fine as well. Please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content here. So anyways, take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.